Hello guys. Hi everybody. Hi everybody. While you're eating, just share the link. Share the link. Welcome to Create 30 Day 7. Woo! On the seventh day, God rested. And it's 7 days. Amazing. Wow. I've made it so far. Hope it's not lagging. It should not lag. Oh. Hope you can hear me. Hope you can see me. Welcome, 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 welcome. Share the link. So today I'm with my phone. And usually, I stream from my phone, right? So guess what? Guess what I'm streaming from today? Guess what? Guess what? Oh my god! So I was able to connect my camera. I told you yesterday that I bought this. That's this HDMI to HDMI mini, and I bought a video card. But unfortunately, none of them were working. None of them were working. But there's something else. I found out that I just stumbled on it, and I thank God. I'm a Christian and I ascribe it to God. I thank God because there was a cord I had lying around, and then I just, I've seen this space somewhere. So I fit it into my camera, and here we are. Amazing. Hope you're enjoying this stream. So now, I believe our video quality is significantly better. We need to work on the sound as well. I know the sound has some issues, but we are working on it. So, this is one of the things we're actually talking about. So just to recap yesterday's teaching, how many of you were around for yesterday's teaching, yesterday's session? How many of you enjoyed it? How many of you enjoyed it? Let me just see you in the comments. How many of you enjoyed it? Amazing, 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 amazing. Yesterday we did so many cool stuff, so many cool stuff. And we're going to recap a couple of them. We're talking about creating against the odds. Creating against the odds. And the topic creating, ooh, thank you for joining, Louis. Louis, amazing to see you. Okay, so today we're going to talk about creating against the odds. And what we call odds are things that are restrictions for creators. It's easy to just stay in front of the camera and make cool stuff and seem as if it's all rosy. But the truth is that it's not all rosy. There are challenges we face. So I believe that a session like this where I share things that might have helped me my journey so far and things I'm learning with you so that you don't have to go through all the stress to learn it. So sit tight and enjoy. So I'm going to recap some of the juiciest stuff we spoke about yesterday. So just to recap, we talked about some challenges that creators face. We talked about limited access to quality equipment, which, if you didn't attend that session, you need to watch my reel after this. We talked about lighting and we talked about how to optimize your phone. So thank God I have my phone today, so we can go through some of them. So like I said yesterday, your smartphone is. Oof, I need to record this. I'm sorry, I forgot to record. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't hook my system. All right. Like I said, your smartphone to start a creator career, your smartphone is the only tool you need to start. As you move forward, it's advised that you make upgrades where possible, but your smartphone is the only tool you need. The types of smartphones you have ranges, right? We have more expensive and more proficient smartphones, and we have lower budget smartphones that might not cater to your creative needs as well as the more expensive ones. And I was saying that there are some things that no matter how bad your camera is, for example, there are some things you can do to make whatever quality you're getting 10 times better. 10 times better. And one of the things I spoke about was your lighting. So we went through the whole lighting 101 and it was amazing. So you need to go back to check it out. But just to recap, the first thing we have to understand about any camera is that what it receives is light. What your camera receives is light. So the more light it has in the sensor, the better the image will be generally. You understand? So when you're lighting a human being, for example, I'm a human being. Now, as I'm speaking to you, there is a light source right behind the camera on the right side. So let me show you my light source. This is my light source. So, and some people might ask, why is there this white cloth on my light source? We talked about soft light, how you want your light not to be too harsh, but you want to soften your light. So if you have a source of light, this is an LED light, by the way. I don't know, you won't be able to see it, it's too bright. This is an LED light. And if you know anything about LED lights have any light that you see that has dots, like those lamps that you use to light in your house, right? When there's no light, those lamps, not the touch light, the lamps. Those are LED lamps because they have some dots, and those dots, each of the dots are light panels. So these lights are usually too hard on the skin, so you want to soften it. That's why I have this. We also talked about how you should put your light at 45 degrees from where you're shooting. If you put your light straight behind where you're shooting, by the way, before we even get into that, your light should always light your face. If you're a human being, right? You're a human being. If when you're shooting a human being, the light should always light your face, obviously, right? And now you don't want to put it straight in front of you like this. I don't know if you can see me. Obviously you can't see me, but just follow. You don't want to put the light straight in front of you. You want to angle it to the side. So if this is the camera, the light is here. You understand? But I'm putting it behind the camera so that it doesn't block the frame and so that it looks better on set, right? So hopefully it's better now. Yeah, it's good now. So are you learning something? Must it be a white cloth? Yes, that's a very good question. Why it is a white cloth is because light passes through white. Black absorbs light. Do you understand? That is why if you want to cover, you can just experiment with it. Take a torchlight in your house, put off all the lights, and cover it with a white cloth, then cover it with a black cloth. You see that the black would absorb all the light, but the white would allow the light to pass through. But what it does is that it diffracts the light. That's the physics term, but it just means it scatters the light a bit more. That's why it's softer on the skin. You understand? So we talked about lighting, and most people might not have this Godox LC500 because I actually got this a couple of years after I started creating. Before you get your first light, you're going to have a light source that is better than my light, and everybody has access to that light. And that light we spoke about is the sunlight. The thing is that the sunlight is the best light source as a filmmaker that you would have, but not many people know how to use the sunlight. And we spoke about 2 ways of using the sunlight. Amazing. We spoke about 2 ways of using the sunlight to light your video. Number 1, by going outside, because the sunlight is available outside. And there are 2 things you need to note about going outside and using the sunlight. Number 1, not every phone handles afternoon light very well. In the afternoon, the light is very bright, it's overcast. Not every phone handles it well. That's why sometimes you go to shoot outside. Ooh. Okay. My camera did a thing. Can you still hear me? All right. So that is why sometimes you go to shoot outside, and depending on the phone you have, I know usually Android phones are not very good with handling very bright sunlight. Do you understand? So what you can do is shoot between golden hour. What is golden hour? Now I said golden hour. Golden hour is the few hours after sunrise and the few hours before sunset. Why? Because at this time, the sun is not at its brightest and the sun is softer. So at golden hour, that's few hours after sunrise and few hours before sunset, the sun is softer. So that's a beautiful time to shoot. In fact, if you watch the reel I posted yesterday, the reel I posted today, I showed some examples of golden hour, and you see how beautiful it looked on the face. Do you understand? So on the skin, you want to shoot during golden hour. Do you understand? So how can this be practical? For example, if you're a creator, and we already talked about batch creating, you can choose that your shooting day is Saturday morning. So you sleep early on Friday and wake up early on Saturday to go outside and shoot. Now you might not have the best of phones, but because you're maximizing golden hour, then you're able to shoot. Number 2 way to maximize the sunlight, we talked about going outside. Not everybody has the privilege of going outside. Some people might live in places where they have a shared compound and they might not be able to shoot outside. True or false? True. So another way of using the sunlight is by staying at the window, by using the window. So now, because there's no sunlight now, it's night, I'm going to still use this my light to explain how you should position your light yourself at the window. So this is my light. Let's imagine this is the window, right? I'm going to face it this way. This is the window. I can either face directly in front of the window, put my camera here, and shoot. As good as this would be, it would be better if I just tilt a little bit. So I remember that 45 degrees. If your phone is here, I don't know if you can see well. If your phone is here, let me know if you can see. If your phone is here and the window is here, do you understand? Now this is even an advantage because you can also, if you're someone that needs to read from a script, let's say your phone is here, you can also put the book at the window. Just lay the book at the window. You look at your script, you look at the video, and you shoot. Do you understand? Let me know if you're learning. Let me know if that's helped you a bit. So you use the window as your lighting source, and you place your camera 45 degrees from the window. Do you understand? So that's another thing we spoke about yesterday. Let me drop my lights back. All right. Thank you so much for the engagement. My light almost fell down. All right. Amazing. All right, let's continue. So we spoke about lighting. That's basically a lot in lighting. Once you have these basics of lighting, you can shoot content, any kind of content, once you understand this. And thirdly, somebody asked yesterday if they have to shoot in the night, but they do not have lights like this, right? And I said, your last resort should be your room light, the lighting in your house. Ideally, if you don't have any other option, then you use the lighting in your house. But if you have any other option, you use that first before you resort to the lighting in your house. Now, I told you, in using the lighting in your house, you want the main light source to be in front of you. So you want to stay in a place that the light is in front of you. Now, I'm going to put on the light at the back, and you see how it's going to look. So now, the light at the back is on. Okay, it's actually cropping. My camera is cropping it out, so you might not see the effect. But in any case, if I put off this light, if I put off my key light, you're going to see something. Now, because the light source is at the back, you can see I look very dark. Do you understand? My room has lights. Can you see the light at the back? But my face is dark. Remember, I'm the subject. So the subject has to be the brightest in the scene. That is why if you want to shoot with the light in your room, you have to make sure you are facing it. So obviously, if I'm facing the light, it will be here. But I'm shooting in this direction, meaning I'll carry my camera and will face this way. You understand? So you want to face the light in your room. So I'm going to turn this light back on. And I'm going to turn off the light at the back. All right. So now, that is it on lighting. I believe I've told you a lot that will help you with your lighting. I want you to execute this as much as possible. Now, let's talk about getting a stand for your phone. We spoke about this yesterday. We'll rush through it. Let's speak about getting a stand for your phone. Now, once you have lighting set up, it's not every time you have the opportunity to hold your phone in your hand to record. And many times you want to even record with the back camera. Why? Do you know that the back camera of your phone is usually sharper? The back camera, this one, can you see this camera? Is usually sharper than the front-facing camera. How many people have noticed? If you have noticed, let me know. Do you know that the back camera is sharper than the front-facing camera? If you have noticed, let me know. So, because you might not have the opportunity to hold your phone, or you might not have the opportunity to give somebody to help you hold, one thing you can do is, if you have a stool, can you see my stool? Now, let me elevate my stool so that I can see very well. All right. So I'm going to put my stool. And you see my stool in the shot. This is my stool, right? Now, all you need is a stool and books. You need a set of books. You need a set of books. Can you see the books on the stool? Now, I can carry my camera. I can turn on my camera. Let me turn on my camera. My camera is on. I can now put it to the back facing camera, put it on the stool like this, leaning on the books. Then I can sit down and record my video. So hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kiniko, blah blah blah. And then I post. Do you understand? If my video has to be horizontal for YouTube, it can be like this. Are you learning? Alright. Are you learning something? So you can use books. Let's assume you do not go to school and you don't have books. There's another hack, and I love this one so much. So now all you need is 4 pegs. All you need is 4 pegs, and this is what you do. Oh, where do I clean this? Okay. All you need is 4 pegs. Let me know if you are still following. All you need is 4 pegs. Now you take your phone like this. You have 1 peg like this. Can you see? You have 1 peg to the side. You have another peg to the side. Yes? You can see the pegs. So now from the pegs on the side, you now take another peg and clip it this way. Do you understand? There's a small angle. It's not directly perpendicular. There's a small angle. And you take the other peg and you clip it this way. Can you see? So now the phone can stand. Ta-da! So you can now sit down and say, hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about beauty and makeup. Alright, go and bring your pegs. You need 4 pegs and just follow. And today we're going to talk about beauty and makeup. The end. Do you understand? So that is a hack for if you don't have a tripod. That's the hack for if you don't have a tripod. If you have good lighting now from the window and you have your makeshift tripod with pegs, you already have a complete set to shoot content. Do you understand? So don't let anybody make you think that if you don't have gear, somebody said their pegs are on the line with their clothes. All right, amazing. So that's all for the pegs. Now, we have gotten through everything we spoke about yesterday, and today I just want to add a few more pointers. Now, I've given you hacks for camera, I've given you hacks for light, right? Sorry, I've given you hacks for lighting, I've given you hacks for standing your phone and your tripod. Another hack I want to tell you is getting good sound, right? Because sound is very essential in your video. In fact, people can endure bad videos. People can endure a bad video in terms of video quality if the sound is good enough. So if you have very good sound and the video quality is not so good, people can still watch through it. People can still enjoy it. But even if you have a very sharp camera and the audio is bad, it's very difficult to enjoy it. And you can test this. Just do this in your spare time. Make one video and stand very far from your phone so the phone will not pick. Yeah, I'll do a YouTube shot on the peg. I will. Thank you so much, Louis. All right. So, even if, what was I saying? I was saying that you can do a test. You can do a test and find out which one would people rather watch. Good video quality with bad audio or bad video quality with good audio. So that being said, you need good audio. And here are some tips for getting good audio all the time. Amazing. She tried with the pegs and it worked. I'm so happy. Here are some tips for getting good audio quality all the time. Number 1, I'm assuming all you have is your phone. If all you have is your phone, whenever you're shooting, you need to stay close enough to your phone so that your phone will be able to pick your voice. If you need to shoot a shot that you are far from your phone, here is a tip you can do. You might need to get a secondary device. Maybe you borrow your friend's phone or you get another phone. On your phone, you are going to record the video as normal, but before you start the video, you're going to turn on the audio recorder on this other phone. Yes? You're going to turn the audio recorder on. So before you start shooting, this is what you're going to do. Very simple. Let me show you. Before you start shooting, you're going to do like this. You're going to clap. You're going to clap. Why are you clapping? Let me tell you something about editing. When you're editing a video, the audio is actually shown in waveforms. So whenever the sound gets loud, you will see a spike in the audio waveform. Anybody that has CapCut can test it. Whenever the sound is low, you might just see low sounds. How many of you know electrocardiogram in the hospital? All those medical devices that will be viewing people's hearts. That when you see heartbeat, you see beep beep, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep. You know that. Somebody had the problem. I'm going to tackle the problem, but just give me a second. So you know that electrocardiogram that does beep beep, beep beep. Now, whenever the person dies in that movie, what do you see happens? The sound becomes flat. But whenever the person's heart comes back, let's say it's a miracle, oh, you now see a bump, beep beep, beep beep, right? That's the same thing with the sound. Whenever there's a loud sound, you see a visible spike. So why are you clapping at the beginning? That's because when you put that video in CapCut and you put the other audio in CapCut, two of them are going to have the same spike because you clapped and both of them pick them at the same time. So what you do is that you carry the audio wherever you see that spike and you drag it so that the spikes are on the same line. So once the spikes are on the same line, that means both of the audio are synchronized. So that way you have very good audio from the second device. Do you understand? It's a bit technical, and one of these days I'll do a tutorial on it, but I just want you to get the idea now. So follow my page so that you get the real when you need it. So now, as you progress in your creator journey, you want to start budgeting and getting gear, because gear really helps improve the quality. And because of the importance of sound, the first gear you should get is the microphone. The first gear you should get before you get a new lighting set, the first gear you need to get is microphone. Now, there are different options for microphones depending on your budget. But for example, this one, I actually got it on Jumia for 12,000 naira. And the name is the K35 wireless microphone. There are actually options that are even cheaper. Maybe for 10,000 naira, you can get a wired microphone like this one. I think I got this one 10,000 naira or 9,000 naira 500. You understand? So you have the K35 for 12,000 naira. So once you start getting some money, you can get a budget microphone. Do you understand? Then once you upgrade your mic, you can start upgrading your lighting. If you are going to get a ring light, I know a lot of people go for ring lights. It's actually better to get save more and get a larger ring light, because the larger the ring light, the softer the light and the better it is on your face. So those very small ring lights, they might be cheap, but they might create very harsh light and might not look good. So that is why the first thing I advise you to get a microphone, and then you can get a ring light. So once you have that ring light, you have the microphone, you're actually very set up for it. So you can go for a while and start even making money before you get more gear. Because sometimes it's not best to be taking money from another place and putting it to get gear, when you can generate money from that content creation to get the gear that will pay for itself. You understand? So my advice is not to always just go, outrageous with your. You can't hear me anymore. Hey. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sorry about that. Let me know where I stopped. Let me know where I stopped. Where did I stop? Where did I stop? So that I'll continue. This thing is not actually in real time. Where did I stop? So I'll continue. Big ring light. Okay, that's where I stopped. So I was talking about buying a big ring light. A big ring light is better than getting those smaller ones because the what will I say? The light is softer on the big ring light. So I know the smaller one is actually a lot cheaper, but sometimes it's better to just save up and be using your window jeje before you get that bigger one. Do you understand? Because if you get a smaller ring light, it might look bad on your face because it's so small. You know, the smaller the light source, the harsher the light. You understand? So, like I said before, upgrade your sound first, then you can think of upgrading your light. Now, I was now talking about once you have that ring light, let's say you have the big ring light and you have the microphone, right? You can go for a while before you get more gear. Because the point of creating is not to just get excessive gear. There are so many people that have bought so many things, but they are not using them. So now I've told you the essentials because it's better that you get to a stage where what you're doing, the creation process itself, can pay for those things you want to buy. So, for example, this is my camera. It is my creation journey that paid for my camera. It is not that I went to go and work somewhere, then I carry the money and put in the camera. Do you understand? So that's the journey you should face. The light I got is not my creation journey I paid for it, but it was a giveaway. And I won the giveaway through a competition from my creation journey. Do you understand? So ultimately, when you get the basics, you want your creation journey to be able to pay for any other gear that you want to get. Do you understand? So now, Janet asked the question, and I'm going to tackle the question. You said that I tried that once, but I had trouble syncing the sound to my mouth movement. The aim, so she was talking about, using one device to record sound and using another device to record video. Remember that what I taught you is not to try and sync it to your mouth movement. It's very difficult. What I taught you is that at the beginning of the video, you clap loud. So both of them will have that sync. Do you understand? And another thing, in the video, you can also clap in a way that the video will record you clapping. So you might not see the two audio waveforms, but you can match where you hear the clap in the audio to where you see yourself physically clapping in the video. Do you understand? I'll do a specific reel on that so that you understand very well. Our time is actually up today. I hope you learned something. Let me see if we covered everything I wanted to cover. I'll just brush through the other things I wanted to cover. So keep learning. Another thing is to keep learning. Keep learning with free resources. Keep learning with free resources. YouTube is a great site for learning. I was telling somebody was saying, someone was telling me that they want to start their creation journey. They want to start their creator journey, but they don't have anyone to teach them and they don't know where to learn. Then I told them that I've never taken a single course. I've never taken a single course since I started my creator journey. I think there are some times that people have taught me. I've taken classes. Actually, I've taken some classes, but those classes are more recent than far away. You understand? So most of what I've learned so far is on YouTube. And I believe that my work has reached around the world. I know my work has reached Cyprus, my work has reached Ireland, my work has reached where else? My work has reached the UK. Do you understand? My work has reached all over the world through learning from YouTube. So this is not to brag or anything, but it's just to say YouTube is abundant with resources. So there are two ways to get the best out of YouTube. Number one, general knowledge. Start to engage with content that teaches you about the creator process generally, and you still see more popping up just in your free time. Engage with those kind of content. Then number two, specific tutorials. For example, if you are trying to tackle a specific problem, learn that ability to search for a problem is a very good skill. So you search, how do I sync my audio with two devices? How do I sync my audio recorded on two devices? Those kind of questions. Do you understand? You search them on YouTube and you get specific answers. They can help you. So um the last thing I'll tell you before we close is to have fun while we're at it. The aim of this thing is not to just kill yourself creating. The creator journey is not supposed to be a slavery journey. It's supposed to be a journey of freedom, of excitement. Like look, I'm getting to meet people I've never met before, like Louis, like okay, Precious, I've met Precious. But you see, we have it's a very fun thing, do you understand? This video I'm doing, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun, do you understand? So ensure that your journey is fun as possible. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for joining 330 day 7. And I would see you tomorrow. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments so we can respond to them with time. Bye.
How was today's session? I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comment section. Now, to ensure that you put everything you learned into practice, we are building a community of creators just like me and you that come together to keep each other accountable, to share ideas, and to grow together. The name of this community is called Kreate Community. To be a part of this community is simple and it's free. All you have to do is click the link pinned in the live chat or the link in the description. Thank you so much and see you tomorrow. Bye.